been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hear them. Step on, spin, move, in zone, scope. Scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin, move, in zone, scope. Scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe on with the game now. They're hearing with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. This the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing to the hill. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, scope. Scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, scope. Scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was top, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who is the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with it, so what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
She don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't feel me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
This is Dev B Music.
Hey yo,
Yeah.
Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-white. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'm saying. Got a new Presto, send a Jason away. Got a new Chris Watch, but it don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Well, this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check.
no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young.
Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
Hey, couple of bins up in my pocket. I don't want pulse to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex.
Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket.
Look at the flex, yeah. Whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young.
Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football, got to him, and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
At their own 43-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially now be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
2-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Cook following the penalty. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Makes the tackle.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Able to find Isabella. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
3rd down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. yards to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Alexander Madison, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Lions nothing. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to go on top for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's able to put it through.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line. That's the end of the 1st quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st down, Minnesota.
They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. This is caught at the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 41 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. On the carry, it's Cook. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, here's Agnew. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Lions will take over.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Throw here right side, he hauls it in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6 at the Vikings' 20-yard line.
His throw caught at about the 5. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Vikings 17, Lions 7. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in there. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 8. Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish, but you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score, at least where it is.
And he's into the clear. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings.
Minnesota.
A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Just don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. Bullock's kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right, and it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The open man is Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, partner, there's a pretty easy explanation for his success in this one. He's very comfortable throwing the football. Did you just see that one? In the pocket, no real pressure, yet to be sacked today. When he's that comfortable, that leads to those types of completions.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught at the 20. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
Number 82.
A big play there for Minnesota. 57 yards. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Andy Isabella, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now.
2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here at the 32. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11th. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Vikings 38, Lions 10.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First and 10.
Give him 32 on the play. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 22 more yards there and another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon.
Vikings.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. The play fake. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
2nd and 10 at the 33.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a desperate. This is caught at the 20. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there for Detroit. 49 yards. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Good. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. so the false start will back them up 5. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a run with Cook. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle in the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime is really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Minnesota, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.